Wayne Cameron to continue my series on my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about whether you know your scales or not. Now, if you're a professional, you probably don't need this. You probably understand what this is already without me explaining to you. But if you're a high school student or a college student or even an advanced college student, you may not know that your scales as well as you think you do. See, most people, when you ask them their scales, they play it from tonic to tonic. So if I ask you to play a C scale, they go from C to C. Well, that's not even a fragment of the key of C. If I ask you to play the F sharp melodic minor scale, you may be able to play from F sharp to F sharp with no problem. But that's only a fragment. What if you had to start somewhere else? So what I used to do, and I still do, with my advanced students especially, is right here you will see arbitrary notes, just out of arbitrary notes. And I'll ask a student, I said, do you know your C scale? Oh yeah, I know my C scale. I said, okay, now in the key of C, let me hear you fill in all the notes between those notes as fast as you can. Well, they're fumbling all around. Half of them get lost. And all of a sudden they realize, well, I really don't know the key of C. You'd be surprised how many people can't do that in the key of C. And don't even talk about minor or even the modes. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, see if I play that E major, 4 sharps. Can you do that as fast as you can? You don't even need to look, shouldn't even have to look at the notes between there. You just look at where you start, where you're going to the next note. Your fingers should just follow it, just like a pattern. If you know the key, you can do it. Now the advantage of that is not only increasing your technique, which I call your technical vocabulary. You can do it with triads. You can do it with anything. What I have my students do is I have them write out a whole sheet, 12 staffs of arbitrary notes on each one. And when they think they know a key, I have them play a couple of those lines in that key to see if they really know it or not. Well, it gives you tremendous insight. It tells you right off the bat whether you know this key or not. Now the advantage is, especially at the advanced level, you don't always play in the key of F and C. If you're playing in shows like Broadway shows, if any of you have done that before, you've noticed that you're not in the key of F. You're constantly in sharps and flats, lots of them. D flat, C sharp, F sharp. You're constantly in those sharps if you use a B flat trumpet. Well, if you can't play in those keys easily, then you're in trouble. You get what I'm saying? Now some people ask me, why are the trumpet parts in those weird keys? Well, this is my opinion. Most of them say, oh, they're good keys for the singers. Well, most singers can't read music to start with, so they don't know what key they're singing in anyway half the time. But those are really good concert keys for stringed instruments. Violins play really well in the key of A. Well, that puts us in 5 sharps. Violins play really well in the key of D. Well, that puts us in 4 sharps. You get what I'm going with this? Sometimes they're written in sharps, sometimes they're written enharmonically in flats. So, if you want a true test for either you or your students of whether they know the scales, do this. It will give you valuable information instantaneously. Plus, once you know your scales, once you think you know all your scales, if you have a sheet of this, you can run through, maybe you have a weak one, may have a weak key. You can run through that as part of your maintenance routine that helps you do it, and it's quick and easy to do. Okay, guys, hope that helps. See you next time.